So this was my original pitch. He told me that he was working on this thing. I didn't know what it was or what it was for. I just knew it was kind of like a smaller type of game, and it was a horror game and kind of winter ghost thing. Yeah, this is what I got, and this is what I had to work with. It was really, really interesting to work just with pictures. So I started off with a kind of like a mood setting string kind of thing. String thing. So I can show you guys the chord progression. It's fairly basic, but it makes use of some really nice changes in the chords, especially like going from here to this. This kind of gives it like a very nice mellow wash. This kind of continues that vibe. This is with effects. And now I can show you guys without. Still a very cool sound, but I obviously wanted it to be very like ghostly, ominous. So this is all of these sounds are part of the Spitfire Labs collection, which is great. It's 100% free and it has incredible sounds. I use this all the time. So one sound is the Tape Orchestra Brass Hollow. So just this sound, and then we have this sound, which is the Woods Hollow. It's more subtle, definitely. I just wanted that a little bit. And then we have the Vox Humana, kind of like a human-ish sound. First of all, just some EQ, just roll off the lows because I didn't really want them in there. Then we have some shimmer. I use this a ton. You can see I 100% wet this because I love this effect. This gives just everything. Like if you just want something ambient, just stick this on, put it like to 50%, 100%, whatever. It's really nice. Just some basic distortion here. Some really subtle OTT just to make it a little bit more like airy. Some more EQ just to kind of shape the sound how I wanted it. And then that goes into RC20, which is just very subtle. I think I modulated this or automated this a little bit. And then I have Pancake, which is also a really cool plugin. I use a ton, which basically just does like automated panning for you. You can assign how fast, what kind of shape you want, and then you can use the mix knob. Then a little bit more of mid-side EQ, and this is the end result. So what the sound really comes from is basically this here. If I remove the shimmer, it still sounds cool, but nowhere close to this. And then into the part that's probably the most interesting, in my opinion at least, the piano. One thing I really love about this piano is how like kind of organic, weirdly like guitar-y it sounds. One person actually asked me or said that he really liked the guitar in the song, which is funny because there is no guitar in this. So what this is I can disable all of the effects. This is just the basic piano. This is a combination of the Noir by Native Instruments and the soft piano from Spitfire Labs. This is also free. Both of those pianos are really nice. This chord progression I actually came up first with. This is the first thing I had. I had like the mood board I showed you guys earlier. He sent me open, and then I just improvised something on the piano, and this is basically what I came up with. Then I decided to obviously affect that heavily. I think, I don't know which soundtrack that was, but I heard somebody, I remember reading somewhere that some person sent like a bunch of piano recordings through a guitar amp and guitar effects. And that's exactly what I did here. So I just layered both of these pianos and sent them through a ton of effects. So I can show you this. So what this is, first of all, a little bit of a filter where I just filter the highs. Then some more high reduction, because it really didn't sound too nice with a lot of highs in the amplifier. Then I use the Amplitude 4, then some shimmer. This is making the space and like I think shimmer is perfect if you want this kind of like ice cold whatever feel, like in my opinion. Then some fairly aggressive ODT to get like the highs back in there, but make it sound like kind of like Arctic and cold, because this is what it is. Like this is, I can show you the mood board again. So this is what I had to work with again, and I really felt like I really needed to make sure I get some kind of snow vibe or like cold vibe in my music, if that makes sense. Underneath we have the strings slowly come back in. And then after like I repeat the same pattern twice, I start bringing in more of a melody. And then this moment here. And you can really hear like the amp noise in the background, like the kind of shh. It's really nice, the white noise that got generated by it. It really fits the vibe in my opinion. Yeah, and that's the track. If you guys getting some cryo, yeah, awesome, Toby. Nice that you got that. That was definitely some inspiration I had. I just joined. Which game did you compose music for? I composed music for Axis Mundi, this game right here, in the DreadX collection, The Hunt. It's out now on Steam. It's a really, really cool game. You should definitely check that one out.